Hello, family. Welcome back to our class. Today we have storytelling, and you're going to listen to a very beautiful story. But before we do that, let's look at the parts of a book once again. Now, this is the book we are reading today, and we are looking at the first part you see, which is the front cover. Now, the front cover has a title written boldly on it, and sometimes you have a picture or an illustration of the story. Now you turn the picture or the book around and you find the back cover of the book. Now the back cover gives us a little gist or a gist of the story or what the book is going to tell you when you read it. Now, when you turn the book this way, you will find the spine of the book. Now, this is the spine of the book. Let's come back to our front page, and the title of our story is The Old Woman Who Lived in a Shoe. Are you ready to listen to the story? Now, let's look at the picture on the front cover or the illustration. You find an old woman here and then a shoe, and there are a lot of kids or children in the shoe and some on the shoe. Let's read the story to find out what is happening or find out what the picture is about. Once upon a time, time will tell. Okay. There was an old woman who lived in a shoe. Now let's try and find that old woman in the picture. Yes, that's the old woman. Okay, so it's telling us about an old woman who lives in a shoe. She has so many children. Can you see so many kids? So many of them. Good. Let's continue. There was Hannah and Harry. So this story is telling us, this part is telling us the names of the children. So it says there was Hannah and Harry. There was Aisha and Abdul. Good. There was Gwen, who was greedy. What does it mean to be greedy? Or when you say someone is greedy, what does that mean? Here, it says there was Gwen who was greedy. Let's look at this picture. You find Gwen behind a big cake, and she's not sharing with anyone. She's eating everything like that. And that is because Gwen is greedy and wants to have everything to herself. Good. Now, there was Sean, who was short. Now, have you seen Sean? Tell me which of them is Sean. There's one person here and then another person there. Now, this one has long legs. Is he Sean? It says there was Sean who was short. I guess that is Sean. Good. Let's continue. There was Jasmine and Jeremy, Sandeep and Grace. Ying and Yasmin, Jacob and Joe. Now these are the names of the children here. Good. Let's continue. This shoe is too full, said the woman one day. Now, the old woman is here and she has so many children with her living in that shoe, tiny shoe. Now she thought to herself, let me talk to my children. And she said to them, this shoe is too full. That means there are so many of us and we can't fit in the shoe because it's too full and you will not have enough space. Okay, so she went on and said, we must get another. I will look right away. So she left her family and she went to town to look for another shoe that will be their home. With a list of the shoe stores, she went to them all. So she has a list or a paper that she's written all the names of the shops that sells shoes that she knows of. She wrote all the names on the paper, that is listing them on the paper. And she went to all the shops one after the other. Let's continue. But the boots were too tiny. The boots were too tiny that they couldn't fit in it as a family. They can't live in a very tiny shoe. And the shoes were too small. Now the boots were tiny, the shoes were small. She was on her way home when she met a huge giant. That's the old woman going back home. On her way, she met a huge giant. Please help, sobbed the giant. Let's try sobbing. Do you know what it means to sob? Sometimes when you are unhappy and you are in pain or something, you begin to cry. And then you sob with tiny sound like. So the giant was sobbing and sobbed. Please help, sobbed the giant. The old woman took hold and pulled it off, just like so. Now let's look at what the old woman had to help the giant with. Look at the toe of the giant. Let's continue looking here. That is a crab. And the crab has the incisors attached to the toes of the giant. He was pinching it so hard. And he was in pain. He couldn't pull it off. So the old woman helped the giant by pulling the crab off his toe, like so. She held the legs and pulled it. What a relief, I'm sure that would be. Thanks, said the giant. Now, can I help you? So after the old lady helped the huge giant, the giant asked the old lady, can I help you now? The old lady, well, said the woman, I would like your shoe. Let's see what happens. Of course, said the giant, and he gave her his shoe. And for being so helpful, take the other one too. Now the giant said the old woman was helpful because she helped him get the crab off his toes. And all the old woman asked from the giant was his shoe. And the giant gave him the pair he has. A pair is two. So look at it. One shoe here and another one. All together is one pair. And the giant said to the old lady, of course, said the giant. And he gave her his shoe. And he said again, for being so helpful, take the other one too. So how many shoes did the old woman get? She got 2 shoes. Now let's see. Now all the children have space to have fun. And the little old woman can knit in the sun. Now look at the little old woman right here. And she has 2 shoes that she's turned into her home. And it was spacious enough for everyone to have a place to stay and enough room to have fun as well. Now, this brings us to the end of our story. Now, what is the moral lesson of our story? I have learned that it pays to be helpful. It is very important to give help to people who need our help. We saw the old woman here. Pulling off the crab from the toe of the giant. The giant is so huge, but he couldn't help himself, and he needed help. The old woman was tiny and could reach the toe, and she offered help to the giant. Now, the old woman also needed something, but she couldn't get it because she checked through all the shops that she knows of. And what she needed, which is the shoe, she couldn't get it because the boots were so tiny and the shoes were small. But when she helped the giant and made the giant happy again, the giant gave her what she needed. And the giant gave her more than she needed. So you see, it is very important to help each other. Now, I hope you enjoyed this story. Good. And you've learned to be helpful. Very good. So, listen to the story and retell it to mommy and daddy. Until then, bye.